Hola Bandidos, ¿cómo estamos? Welcome to Mel's Magic Official. I'm Magic Mel, and this is Al, my spirit guide. And this is episode 9 of season 7, third video of the day. At the rate we're going, guys, we're flying through this season. Why not coconut? I always have 22 episodes in each season in tandem with the major arcana of the tarot. I thought it's a fitting number. And it's already 7 of these seasons. Crazy. If you want some amusement, entertainment, watch my earlier videos. I mean, I've decided to leave them up, but I do sometimes. Well, no. I lovingly look back at them. But it does feel like a completely different version of me. It's quite interesting to observe. Okay, vamos allá. I promised you a little short story because it's Wednesday night, and Wednesday night is story time. Actually, every day is, but today is special. Today is special. So, connecting with your Asga team, with Triple G, connecting with my Asga team. Please guide us. I grant you permission to flow through me and help me construct, interpret a little short story for the wonderful soul at the opposite end of this screen. First card, thank you so much. Wait, let me sit closer before everything falls down again. And sorry guys, my nose is terribly itchy today. Maybe it's the lights, I really don't know. It must be some kind of thing from the screen. First card, please. Thank you. Gracias. I signed up to a new thing. It's called ESMOF. It's a cultural dance organization in the next town. And they do dance interpretations and performances. So when I met the director of this group, and then she sent me her site. I'm like, oh my God, I gotta try it out. Remember in last episode where we said, you know, instead of getting out of our comfort zone and pushing our growth barrier and leaning into our expansion, it kind of sounds overwhelming. Why not follow our curiosity? So this is Magic Mel following her curiosity. I don't know what will come out of it, but the curiosity is there, and I trust little Mel, which is the child aspect in me. If she's excited about it, if she wants to try it out, we go with the flow. Because trust me, little Mel, little version of you, knows how to play, knows how to discover, knows how to experiment and create with joy. So we trust them, her. Oh, sorry guys. Okay, let's focus. First card, please, of our little short story. Thank you so much, dear angel spirit guides. We've got the full moon coming up. Full moon in, is it Sagittario? I can't believe the card still falls down. Okay, guys. First card. I'm going to show it in upright first so you can see what's going on. We see a whole crowd of sailors, marineros, welcoming an incoming freight ship with cargo, no? And this came out in the reverse. So let me feel into this. Have you been waiting for the ships to roll in, for a new opportunity to arrive, for just welcoming this milestone in your life? Have you been waiting for something to shift out there to help you out of your stagnation, to inspire you again, to bring new insights, new adventures? Because the ship, a lot of it has to do with adventure. You know that it's a little inside background story. My tarabuelo, ¿cómo se llama eso? My great-grandfather, or maybe my great-great, I can't even say, great-great-grandfather was apparently a marinero, capitán from north of Spain. I have a connection with Mexico. So he was a marinero in the Philippines. You know, Filipinos are one of the world's best navegantes. There's a better word for this, not sailors, but seamen. So a lot of Filipinos work on seamen because, Philippines is like 7,000 plus islands. So actually, I'm chuckling at that because some Filipinos don't know how to swim. But from my experience, a lot, even my friends, some of them have sailboats and they know how to deal with the sea and read the weather. And that is something I carry within me also. I love going out when it's stormy, swim in the stormy sea. I'm a good swimmer. I love the sea. Lost my train of thought there. But maybe you've been waiting for this adventure to arrive, for some news to come in also, because this cargo ship, it's not only cargo that's arriving, but all the stories of these seamen that were on the sea or ocean for a long time. One of my uncles is also a seaman, and he hardly spends time with his family because he's mainly on the ship, on the ocean. It's crazy. So, yeah, it's even talks to me about, these men also waiting for family members to come home. How many of us have family members in the diaspora, in exile perhaps, or in other countries, and so we can't really see them? When the ships come rolling in, they bring back news, long lost family members, new products from different countries, from tropical countries, from across the world. So it definitely has to do with something arriving in your life, something that you've been waiting to arrive. Yeah, let me know if that resonates with you. I'm curious. That's what I like about these stories too, because the cards are ambiguous. They can be read in many ways. But let me know if this resonates with you. Question is, have you been waiting for something to arrive in your life? Whether it's a message, a family member, a new opportunity? Let me know in the comments box. But that was the first card. Let's see what else comes up. Might have to keep this short because honestly, guys, my nose is so itchy. It's just gonna be annoying. Okay. Second card. Let me look at it in the upright. Okay, the second card, it came out like this, yeah, in the reverse also. Let's look at it upright first. There is a señor walking at night outside in a foggy night, and he turns back, and what he thought was somebody following him is nobody really, but he can't see clearly because of the fog. So he's kind of trying to make out, what is this shape? What is this figure behind me? And as he passes a street light, one of those old school ones like in London, he makes out two horns and actually stops in his tracks as he looks back and sees a shadow with the horns of a devil. Now, didn't we just earlier, or at least in the last, if not previous episode, speak about our shadow? How our shadow aspect, this was in reverse, follows us. I mean, it's part of us. Our psyche, our self, is made up of a lot of unconscious material, and that's where the shadow lies. And the shadow is not necessarily evil. It's the rejected parts of ourselves. Also, holds a lot of power. In my case, I relayed my own power and assertiveness into the shadow until it came out with a vengeance. So, have you been struggling to face your shadow side? To face and even accept your shadow? To even maybe think about that you have a shadow side? Have you ever thought about that? Does that thought scare you? Does it surprise you that you even hear this question of me? Have you ever thought about that you have a shadow? Have you ever looked into your shadow and asked yourself, what is it that I haven't been facing and that has been following me and is still following me because it's asking for my attention? What is it in you that you have rejected? What is it in you that you perceive to be too scary, too frightening to confront, to relate to associate with, to accept about yourself? Remember, we cannot outrun our shadow, and our shadow aspects only appear as threatening when we do not accept them, when we shun them into the unconscious, into the subconscious, when we negate them. That's when they come back with a vengeance. The question is also, can you accept that you're not only civilized and good, that there's an instinctual part of you that, even though you have rejected, is still part of you. So, to speak, can you accept the devil in you? And I'm not talking about the religious sense of a devil, but more like the daemon, even passion. I mentioned to you this book I read, beautiful book, Duende, where Duende is the passionate and creative demon of ourselves that we can bring out, especially artists, no? That if we create a respectful relationship with, can empower us immensely. If you look at someone, Picasso, I mean, that's why we call them geniuses, no? They rode their dragon, they rode their demons in a constructive way. Because also passion is forceful, is energy, is life energy. So perhaps you've been feeling quite stale in your ordinary, not to be judgmental, but you know what I mean, in your persona, in your civilized persona. Have you put on so many masks that those masks have made you feel stale, constricted, and fake, and without vitality? If so, have compassion with yourself. And perhaps instead of running away, walking away, turn around and face your shadow. You can do active imagination or dream work to relate to your shadow aspects. Again, if you have a therapist, a coach to guide you through this process, it's very useful. And you will see that when you actually start relating to this demonic shadow, just like I did when I faced my shadow and realized that it wasn't a monster, but the little version of me that I had betrayed and neglected, we see that they were only haunting us, those aspects, because we didn't pay attention to them. So by turning around and no longer running away and having proverbial tea, next time I show you another video where I'm having tea with my devil in the light of my consciousness. There's a stage, just like here, there's shadow and then there's the stage. I invite my demon, my shadow, to have tea with me and to have a conscious conversation with him. And that's where ego is important. Our ego is like an interface that can regulate how much of that unconscious material we are willing to engage with. We don't want to get swamped, overwhelmed by the unconscious, which only so much we can deal with. But it can be revitalizing, regenerating, rejuvenating to relate to our shadow aspects. And who knows, it might be simply the smaller version of you that maybe you've neglected, that's asking for attention, just like little children do know. Sometimes when little children are scared, they're like calling out for attention, and all they want is your attention and love. Even if you think what they're scared about is ridiculous, to the child it's real. The child in you still needs your love and your attention. So you tell me, are there aspects of you that you dare not look at, that you dare not accept? Tell me. It's the second card, but wow, I can talk more about this, but we have 3 to go, no? Some powerful cards coming up with powerful material to talk about. Third card. Thank you so much, the Aska team. How long were we? 30 minutes. Okay, let's keep this under 20 minutes. Yes, short and sweet this time. Magic Mel is learning to dosify to be more effective with these videos. What is the third message here? I feel, this so far has to do with integration and realizing that it's a journey within. Even the card about waiting for a ship or a message to arrive or someone to arrive back home. How can we relate to this outer circumstance internally? How can we soothe ourselves? How can we reframe the story? How can we relate maybe to that absent person, absent family member within ourselves, because we're all connected telepathically and psychically? I'm just giving you different ways of looking at it. And then there's a shadow, of course. How to relate to our shadow. Thank you so much, the Aska team. Third card. Stop. All right. Third card, guys. Ready? Okay, it's freaking me out now. If you've watched my last episodes, you know why. It's a King of Pentacles again. You know, I'm putting these cards together now because they seem to be talking about, oh gosh, this always in reverse. This always trips me up, I swear. Oh. Anyway, I can't remember which card was in the middle now. I mean, it's better. This was like this. This whole story is about somebody, and you tell me if it's you, who's waiting on a message to arrive, who's been avoiding dealing with his or her shadow, and who's maybe been focusing on the wrong things. And I'm not saying that taking care of our money is the wrong thing. It's another aspect of our lives, of our earthly lives. I'm totally encouraging the fusion or the integration of spiritual and earthly abundance, and that involves money. However, as we do as human beings, we can go to extremes. So perhaps you've only been focusing on that aspect of your life, money, career, at the expense of other parts of your life. And another aspect or contrapunto could be your emotional life, or your playfulness, or your creative life. Have you been feeling stuck, and have you been, yes, counting and bringing in the money, but essentially uninspired? Let me know if this resonates with you, the whole 3 cards here. Have you been feeling imbalanced? And yeah, imbalanced, because that's what happens when we don't face or balance out parts of our self, which is this beautiful center of a mandala. If we're in imbalance, then, well, literally that, we're out of balance. But it manifests in the 3D in dry spells, in non-creativity, no joy, no playfulness. And that's actually our psyche, our self, hinting to us through our emotions that something is off. So if you're missing that vitality, that passion, that creativity, ask yourself, how are you dealing with your inner child? How are you integrating your shadow? How are you tending to your emotional life, to your joy and the magic in your life? Have you been neglecting parts of your life and being? It's a powerful question. And I like powerful questions. And I'm going to leave you with that right here, right now. You ponder and you tell me in the comments box. I want to know who the story is about. You. I'm Magic Mel. I'm a joy coach. My schedule cleared a bit, so I'm offering a special package, 3 months working with me, which I have done with my own coach. And it's so useful to actually have a whole bunch of time to work with a coach and go through transformation, inner exploration, integration of aspects, whatever you need, whatever comes up. If you're interested in coaching, email me. Email is down below. If you want a reading, private reading, I do love readings, general readings. You can also tell me, hey, Magic Mel, I want one of those readings with the Ley de Atracción deck or specific deck. I have the details in the description box, okay? Different readings and coaching. And if you enjoy my joyful creations, please support my channel. I have my PayPal link here also. And I'm happy and excited for the next episode because season 7 has a special kind of magic about it. Okay, see you soon. Take care. I love you lots. I'll never got your back. And you got this. You got this, guys. Do your shadow work.